Yo, what is going on, you Slackerz? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you the next matchup, the next episode in the potential newcomer tournament that I've been doing on my channel. I've been doing it for a few weeks now, going to continue. If you haven't seen, real quick, I came up with a 36 potential newcomer tournament thing, and just for fun, basically, I make a matchup, I upload one video a day, and we just kind of go over a few of the characters, and then you vote in the comments for who you want to see move on, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It is a double elimination tournament, so if a character loses once, they're not done, they go down to the loser bracket, and the winner obviously just keeps moving on until we get through every single game, and then we figure out, I guess, who the, I guess the best way to put it is who the community thinks has the best chance of moving on in the tournament and whatnot, or becoming the most likely newcomer, I guess we could say. That's a good way to put it, I suppose. But so I guess we got to get into today's episode, and now that we like we've been doing the past few days, we've been showing off the results from a week ago. So every let me explain this a bit for voting wise. So when I make a matchup, if you haven't seen yet, the voting will be up for 1 week, 1 7-day period. Once that time runs up, I cut off the voting, I count up the votes, and whoever has the most votes at the end of that time moves on. So yeah, let's get into today's results. And today's results are from Game 8, King K Rool versus Nintendo. This was last Tuesday's episode. We know it's coming. We know it's coming. King K Rool, 36-5. I'm sorry, Nintendo fans. I really am. 36-5. I mean, did we really expect anything more? I gave King K Rool the #1 overall seed in the tournament. Again, don't look too much into seedings. I just kind of went by who I believe is the most likely newcomer for the tournament. So, what did I say? 36, and he's the 1 seed. So, Nintendo, loser of Game 8. Loser of Game 8, Nintendo. Here we go. Nintendo. Oop, did I spell that right? There we go. Nintendo. I think you were the 32nd seed. All right, so there we go. Nintendo will face Medusa in Game 34, so that's way off. That's way off down the line, but we'll get there eventually. So, yes, again, sorry, Nintendo fans, but he's not done. Nintendo is not done from the tournament. He still has another chance. He will have at least one more game, and we'll see what he does from there. So, Nintendo, what'd you get, 5 votes? Is that what I put? 5 votes. All right, so, yeah, so now King K Rool moves on. He will be facing Paper Mario. Eventually, again, that's Game 25, and we're only on, today's matchup is what? Game 14, so that's still almost 2 weeks away, actually, wow. But Game 14, Banjo Kazooie versus Captain Toad. I think this could be a pretty interesting one. Really do. So let's get into it, shall we? Wrong one. There we go. So, Banjo Kazooie, let's go over a few of the pros, some good stuff about him. Third-party character, practically grew up on Nintendo platforms, N64, huge name. Then Microsoft kind of bought the rights to Rare, and I mean, they kind of dabbled with it, they had the Nuts and Bolts game. Yeah, let's not talk about that. But so yeah, he's been bought up by Rare. He's or not bought by Rare, but bought by Microsoft. So he's kind of sitting there. But recently Nintendo and Microsoft are kind of, they're not competing with each other. They kind of have more of like a friendly relationship. They kind of they're working together, especially with things like Minecraft on the Switch and all that stuff. They got the cross-platform play. They took that jab at Sony when Fortnite came out on the Switch about, hey, yo, Nintendo. I think that's how the tweet went. Didn't Microsoft say, hey, Nintendo, you want to play some Fortnite? And because Nintendo can cross-platform with Xbox on Fortnite, which is great. I do wish Sony would do that. Just let cross-platform happen, but that's a different issue. So again, but Microsoft and Nintendo seem to be, pretty good in terms with each other. They're pretty friendly. They don't have, too much, animosity going on towards each other. They're friendly. That's what I'm getting at, I guess. So, and plus Phil Spencer, one of the heads of Microsoft, he's practically said, even in the last Smash ballot, that he would love to see Banjo Kazooie in Smash Bros. He's more than willing to make it happen. Microsoft has worked with Nintendo on rare IPs in the past, so this is really not, it's not an issue. I don't think trying to acquire him. I believe I would think at least Sakurai and his team would love to put Banjo Kazooie into the game. I mean, just think about bringing him back and ultimately what it could do for Banjo Kazooie in the series itself. Maybe that's what Microsoft is looking for to kind of, I don't know, reboot the franchise, we could say, get more Banjo Kazooie games out there, because these guys are iconic, legendary people. Microsoft, just quick note, they have that IP problem. They don't have too many big franchises, kind of like Nintendo and Sony does. They're working on it, which is great. But when you're sitting on a franchise like Banjo Kazooie, use it. Who else they got? Conquer. They got that too. Use it. Use them. But hey, maybe that's what they're waiting for. The Banjo gets put in Smash, and then all of a sudden they're working on new stuff for that. So I got way off topic here, but I think Banjo Kazooie has to be one of the more likely third-party characters, in my opinion, just with the good relationship Microsoft has with Nintendo. Phil Spencer's already said he would love to see it. Fans would love to see it. Banjo Kazooie actually did very well in the Smash ballot, got a ton of votes. So, I mean, the fan base would like it. Microsoft would like it. I'm more than positive Nintendo would be like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, they got all the ingredients for it to happen. So, I don't know. Banjo and Kazooie, I think they got a pretty decent chance this time. But going on to Banjo's opponent for this game, Captain Toad. Now, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker came out on the Wii U. Got re-released on the 3D. Didn't it get released on 3DS, and then was it the Switch as well? Got re-released or something like that. It became an instant hit with the fans. Never played it, so I don't really have an opinion about the character. But Captain Toad, big character. A lot of people are really clamoring for a Toad character to be playable in Smash. Yes. We have Toad as Peach's neutral B. Yes, I get that, but they want Toad because when you think of Nintendo and All-Stars that they have, there's very few left that people can agree on that should be I guess playable. And you could say it could be King K Rool, maybe Dixie Kong, Toad. I mean, they gotta be up there in terms of iconic names that Nintendo still has yet to make playable. So, I mean, I can see Captain Toad, again, hugely popular, and that's coming from a Wii U game of all things. Fan base is there. I'd be down for it. There's some people that say, well, Toad doesn't jump, and of course in Smash you need to jump. I suppose you could just throw the jumps in there. You could get maybe creative with it instead of jumps. I don't know, like ladders or maybe mine carts somehow come up. I don't know how that would work, but moveset is easy for Captain Toad. Like I said, you could do mine cards that could be maybe a side smash or something like that. He's got like his pickaxe he could hit people with. I don't know, you could do maybe a headbutt or something with giant head, right, for Toad. I think next picture I got is you could throw turnips. I mean, there's stuff that you can really do with Captain Toad for moveset, so that's easy to do. And I really think Captain Toad has to be one of the more likely first-party characters for Smash Bros., especially with the timing of when they came up with the roster for Smash Ultimate at the end of 2015. I really think Captain Toad could have been considered right about that time. I think he had a chance. So this one's actually tough for me. It really is. Oh boy, who am I going to go with? I haven't even really thought about this one. I guess my vote is going to go for... I'm going to go Banjo Kazooie. I'm going to go Banjo. That's weird to say because I'm not expecting too many third parties. That's weird. This is a tough one. This is honestly like a 50-50 for me. I could see both characters being added in, but I guess it's 51-49. I'm going to go Banjo. Gets my vote. I guess that's the beauty of this little tournament we got going on. Let me know who you guys think has the better chance to move on. Who are you going to vote for? Banjo Kazooie or Captain Toad? And again, if that character does lose, don't worry. They just go down to the loser bracket. They still have a shot. They could still move on. They could still move further into the tournament. But I guess that is all I have for this one. Don't know how long I've been recording. It's probably been, this might be one of the longest episodes I've done so far, and I apologize. I like to keep it a little bit shorter. But anyway, my vote's for Banjo. Let me know who you guys are voting for in the comments. And that's pretty much going to wrap up this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as usual, and hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.